Hi everybody, Marcy here with Creators Call Shop here on YouTube. Today I have a project I've been itching to get to. I was finishing up the Hope Journal, and then I've had a couple weeks in between where I had some content I wanted to show you. Today I'm going to start working on the challenge journal that I received from Pam at Pam's Paper Place. If you'll recall, she sent me a box of goodies and there was a challenge, and I will link up here the challenge video where you can go see what the unboxing and everything that's involved in that challenge. Technically, I'm the January challenge. I just have had thousands of ideas going through my head and just really excited to get started on this project. What I like to do when I'm working on something and then I get another idea for a different project is use that excitement or that energy as motivation to finish what I'm working on so that I can start with a clean slate for the next project. So grab your drink, get yourself comfy and a snack if you want it, and meet me right back here, and then I'll talk you through what I'm going to do with the contents of this box, and we're just going to get started. I've kind of laid everything out from the box so you could get a good look at it again. And then I've pulled over some things that I think I will be using also in this journal. This box triggered some ideas for me. As I was going through, I just had lots and lots of thoughts going through my head. And then when I saw these stickers, I settled on an idea. I decided what it is I want to make with all of these fun things. So I ran over to my stash because I have had in the back of my mind for a very long time the idea that I wanted to make some kind of a fun teen focused journal for a teen girl, and I had been kind of collecting things, but I just didn't have a lot. As you can see, there's not very much in this bag. However, I think that this journal, all of these fun items here, are going to really tie in very well with that idea that I had. Then I went over and grabbed from my stack of potential journal covers this one right here. And this is a cookbook, Mary Engelbreit cookbook that I had picked up, and I used a lot of these pages in a journal that I did a couple years ago. But I really love this cover. I really love the inside cover. And I had already kind of pulled together some pages that could potentially be used in a eclectic style, or mishmash, this and that kind of a journal. So what I thought I would do is just combine all of these pieces with what Pam has given me, and we're going to make a teen girl themed journal, and I'm going to call it You Go Girl. I thought that'd be cute. A couple other things that I found in my stash that I may or may not use because there's quite a bit in this box, so I don't want to overwhelm myself and then not use up everything, because part of the challenge is to use everything in the box. These two paper packs I got quite a while ago at Michael's, but they have really bright, happy, fun colors. So I thought maybe if I needed more papers or something to make pages with, I could pull from that. And then I already had some papers and things in that cover set aside for journal signatures, but I didn't have enough. So I think with what Pam has and what I have, it will work really well together. And she's given me quite a lot of fibers and things, and so I will be making a tassel on this one, my first journal ever with a tassel, so that's going to be fun. And then I also went through my pile of ribbon, so if I need to, I have some extra colors I can incorporate. The last thing I was looking in my pile of flowers and things, and I have these that were a freebie with something that I had ordered. These little paper flower punch outs have all kinds of fun, fancy patterns on them, so I may pull from this as well to make embellishments and things. So my thought today was that I would just get started and maybe explain to you how I plan to use, or what my thoughts are on what I plan to do with all of these different items. So as I just mentioned, a lot of these will be used in the tassel, and I will probably make a closure or something. I've got lots of ideas, and I don't want to spoil the surprises for you by talking too much about what they are. But yeah, there will definitely be a tassel. These are the fabrics. So there's going to be fabric flips and pockets and all kinds of things. This one's just so pretty. So many pretty fabrics. I love this one too. That's so beautifully bright. So here I have the pages. This is her note to me about the challenge, and I have all of the pages. She also gave me a couple of doilies, and you know, these I will just arrange them in a pleasing manner and make some signatures. Things like this, however, I love this mug, so I'll probably cut this out and back it onto some cardstock, maybe make a tuck spot out of it or use it on a tag or something. So most of these bigger pages I will make into journal pages. And then this was a gift from my friend Michelle when she dropped off the stickers for the Hope Project. This was also in there, and Pam had given me this, so I think I could put one in each signature. So that'll be fun. The other thing I did, I love those bird cards, they are so cute. The other thing I did was I went through all the papers that she had included, and I decided what I could use for, I kind of gave each one like a category or a task. So I decided which pile I may use as ephemera. Of course, nothing's in stone. You know, when you get busy creating, your mind just goes. But I like to kind of have a little organization at the beginning just so I have a place to start, and then it can change. So this pile here is items that I could use as ephemera. And then I had an idea for this card here. I thought I had two. I do. So anyway, I may not use it as ephemera. I may do something different now with these two playing cards because I had that idea the other day. In this bag, I had all the items that I could use to embellish with. And she gave me some of these cute little clusters that she's made. Aren't these cute? And some tags and different things. So these are all items that I could actually embellish with. Like this could be a page tab or a tuck spot, different things like that. And then there's some more, they have these cute little cut-aparts which tie in with those really cute stickers. So I think that's all going to be really fun to do things with. And then in this bag right here are all items that I could embellish or decorate as ephemera. So there's some tags, a little mini Rolodex card, little sack, guest checks, some recipe index cards, those kinds of things. So all of these could be decorated up to create ephemera for this journal. And I wrote myself a note. What did it say? Oh yeah, so I had an idea for this little stack too. So that was what I did first. I just divided it all up and decided what I might do with each piece. From here on in, I'm going to start organizing my pages and combining Pam's pages with the ones that I had in the cover. Because this book is a little bit wider than your standard sheet of paper, when you fold it, there's quite a bit of gap here. And one of the things that I've been wanting to try is how the different journal artists will take extra scraps or strips of paper and sew them onto the edges, and it just gives it a really neat kind of fun, eclectic, junky kind of look. So that was one of my thoughts of what to do. Okay, I am going to speed up the video here and then just talk you through my process. So first things first, I need to figure out my page measurements. This is an existing page from that cookbook, and I was lining it up on my mat just to try to figure out how wide they should be overall, and then using the papers that are already folded to determine how much more I need to extend each page. And it's actually easier if I set it in the book cover here. So it looks like I'm going to need them to be 9.5 wide, and the pages are 6 inches wide. So I'm going to add an extra 3.5 inches plus 1/4 inch for the overlap when I sew. Now I'm just taking out the pages from Pam's selection that she sent me in the box, the cardstocks and scrapbook papers. I'm setting aside the other miscellaneous pages. So those are Pam's papers. And now I'm going to pull out of the ones I had set aside to do an eclectic journal with, and just pulling out the ones that I think might work with this. I'm also going to add some book pages, storybook pages too. I love that umbrella paper, and so I'm pulling that, and I'm also pulling that storybook page. They all have kind of an Asian theme as well as the umbrella, and I think that ties in with the umbrella paper from Pam. Now I'm seeing if I have any book pages I'd like to include. So my no pile's on the left, my yes pile's on the right, and I really like this page right here that has the raspberries in the basket. I think that's really pretty. So we're going to add that. And then I will take everything that I'm not using and set it back aside. I thought about using that cover and then decided no, I didn't really want to go with it. Now I'm taking from Pam's pile and doing the same thing, pulling out the book pages and things that I want to add to the signatures. And really, you know, there's just no rhyme or reason other than personal preference. On some of these book pages that were torn out, I've decided I can just tape them or connect them down the middle and then make a whole foldable sheet. And then others I will just fold in half. Now I like these butterfly pages and these gardening pages. So the same idea. I want to include one of each in each signature, so I can just connect them either down the jaggedy side, or better yet, just connect them on the straight edge and let the jagged edge be the outside edge of the page. And then those I will probably just fold in half and include in the signatures. And then everything else that's left over at the moment, I will stick back in that little folder and set aside to use somewhere else in the journal. So my next step is to rearrange or kind of decide what I want in each signature, which papers I would like. And then I want a heavier cardstock weight on the outside of each signature. That one's a little bit heavier too, but it could also be to the inside of the signature. That one's heavyweight, but it's too heavy, so it's going to get the cut. It's not going to be in there. And then I'm thinking, who do I want? Where do I want you? What goes together with what? I really like that grungy looking heart page. I really like the umbrella page. And honestly, I really like those polka dots too, but I don't think those are going to work. And I was showing you there how the umbrella theme on Pam's paper and on my scrapbook paper kind of match each other. So now I'm going to go with 4 total in each signature, and now just kind of put them together in some sort of arrangement that seems good right now. Of course, everything is subject to getting rearranged or changed around at any point during the process. Now remeasuring again. Okay, that one's 6 inches. That one has the branding strip on the top, so it makes that page a little bit wider. Now from those extra paper pads, I'm pulling out scraps and things I can cut down to extend the pages. That boho paper, not so much. I really like this one that said the beauty comes from within, but I can't cut it down because that would destroy the image. So I'm kind of sad because I really want to include that somewhere, but it's not going to make the cut right now. And then just pulling all kinds of random pages that look like Teenage Girl from both of these different paper pads. Here's the other paper pad. It's got some wild patterns. I really like the pink polka dot that says Teenage Girl. I really kind of like that one there, that pink and orange boho-ish pattern. There's those gold pineapples. Not sure that's really something a teenage girl's going to get excited about. Really like that one, but not sure about it. I really like the element of the gold foil, and I like that brushstroke writing there, and I think that says more Teenage Girl than the pineapple page. So there we go. All right, that's done. I went ahead and trimmed all the pages down to fit the book, and then I cut strips to extend each page, and I have sewn them on. So this is what we have so far. I did make a couple of little oopsies. I'll show you as we go. But isn't that neat how it just lends such a interesting character and personality to the pages when you add these extra little strips. This one I sewed so that I cut it wider and then folded it so that it could fold in on the page and be a side pocket. That's signature 1, and then signature 2 has this, and here's one of my oopsies. On this page, I was going to fold it up and make a bottom pocket because it was long enough. But then when I cut these 2 end pieces, I forgot I shouldn't cut them, and I was going to sew them all the way down and then fold them up, and I forgot. So now what I have to do is kind of piece that out. So what I want are pieces of cardstock. Let's see what I've got here. Because now I'm gonna have to fill that in and just piece it together and sew it. So based on what I've got here, oh, it's not too bad. That one might work. I got the orange one. The orange one could still work because then it would look like that one extended up. So let's do that. I'm gonna clip that right there. And then on the back, I could either use this green, which is the end piece of that, or I can use this one that has the font. I think just for the sake of consistency, I'm gonna use the green. Also, I know it's going to fit, that it's the right width because it came off of this piece. Okay, so I'll go back and sew these down and across. I'll sew this shut. So I'll extend this. I'll probably just glue or make some kind of paper hinge here so that they are connected, the long piece, and then sew it here. And then I'm gonna go back and sew these little side pieces so that the pocket is connected, and maybe just a little down the center. That always helps. Or maybe I'll glue that, we'll see. I don't know, whatever's convenient, to be honest. So that's signature 2. Here we go, and here's the rest of it. I tried to kind of have a 1/4 inch overlap. Some of these got off a little bit, and some of them are not as wide as they should be. Somehow this page got off as well. I had already folded it so that one side was shorter than the other, but somehow I tried to account for that with this, but I didn't do a very good job. But it won't really matter because once it's in the journal, you can't tell, you know? Okay, so that's got that cute butterfly there. And there's that piece of paper. And then again, I made an extra wide section here, strip, that I could fold over and make a pocket. So those are our base pages. Then what we want to do is figure out how we want to put in the other pages, the extra pages. Let me pull these over here. So I'm going to start with the doily. That's an easy one. So I have 2 doilies. I'm going to put one in each section, and I'm pretty sure that I want one to wrap around the blue page. I think that's really pretty. In this signature, and then in this signature, let's see, I think I'm going to want it on the heart page, but just, nope. Yep. That'll look nice. Yeah, I mean, I could put it here, but I think that's going to be just a little too sweet. So, I like it there. Kind of tones down that red just a little bit too as you're thumbing through. Okay, so there's that and that. And then, for the extra pages, so I want to, let's see, these are each going to be their own page. I'm going to do them last. What I wanted was to attach these to each other and then use them as pages in the signature. And I'm going to have to trim all these down too, but I thought I'd just at least place them, maybe. Place them where I want them. That's pretty. So I have 2 options. I can attach them together on the straight side, which is infinitely easier, and it leaves the fun jagged edge out here. Or I can trim the jagged edge and make it straight and attach them there. see. It won't matter either way because the width, I'll have plenty of width to do either. And then I'm going to do the same thing here, so let's do that really quickly. I'm going to be using the Aleene's Clear Gel Tacky Glue. It's one of my favorites. It's a good all-purpose glue. It is not as fast grabbing as the Art Glitter Glue, which is nice. You get a little time to move things around, and I don't think it warps as badly as some of the other glues, and it's easy to find. You can see that I took a moment to trim these pages to size and to cut the hinges to fit the pages. And now we're going to lay down the glue. There we go, giving it a good press. Got a little glue on my finger. And then I opened it so that it doesn't have that little bumpy crease, so that when I lay it out flat, I can squeeze all the glue out and the page will lay flat. And I'm just wiping up the extra glue, and I'm cleaning a little of the glue off, but you'll notice it's kind of crooked on the crease, and I tried to reposition it, and then I tried to lift it up right down there, and oops, I ripped it, because the paper was wet from me wiping it off. See, right down there. So I'm going to just make a little patch really quick to cover the rip so that the page doesn't lose its integrity and strength. Now I'm setting that aside to dry, and then I'll do the next 2 pages. Same process. On this one I'm gluing. I get a little extra glue on the end. It kind of came out really thick there, so I'm just smoothing it out with my finger. Another good press, laying it flat to press it flat and smooth out the glue. There we go. I always wipe the glue off my mat so my pages don't stick. Now you can see that I did a much better job there, and the spacing between the pages is more even. However, there is glue there now. So I thought I would bring in some washi tape. This is from the Dollar Tree, and it's kind of waxy and thick, and since I would normally glue my extra washi tape down anyway, that works just fine for this. It covers the gap, there's already glue, and then I'm just trimming it off to fit the pages, and I set this one aside to dry as well. Last set of pages are these pair of poems. And repeating the process. I guess you didn't really need to see it 3 times, but then I'm just doing the same thing with the paper hinge, and then I'm going to go back over it with that Dollar Tree washi tape. And then I didn't show it on camera, but I decided to go back and add that matching washi to the first pair of pages I did, just to keep the continuity in the book. I think it added kind of a happy little note. It just made it look really cute and springy and the right colors, and it also gives a little extra integrity to that hinge. When I go to sew it in the signature, it just strengthens up the page a little bit more. Now I'm bringing in my first signature. We're going to add in some of the extra pages, and we'll just see what fits and what we like. I can't remember if I already said this, but it's really just kind of going with the moment, go with the flow, just what I like. There's really no particular plan or rhyme or reason. I just lay down the pages where I think they look good. And I will say that every time I make a journal, this is just the initial process, and I do rearrange them several times throughout. And even since I recorded this video, I have changed around the order of the pages 2 or 3 more times, just until I feel like the book flows and I'm happy with how it is all working together. I really like that page there with the ducks and the owl, it's so pretty. Adding in some of the children's book pages, the dancing elephants and dancing bears. Just leafing through. I think I like that page there, the coloring page, better with that black and white on the paper. So I just move the fishy page over, just trading them out. And then I go back here in a minute and trade the order of the coloring page with the green paper, the green writing paper, just because I like the black and white up against the black and white. Maybe I do that at the end of the video, I'm not sure. Signature 2, same process. I'm just laying everything out and trying to decide where I want it and just leafing through the pages and sticking things where they look good. Okay, I think I have these arranged how I would like. I've got, I think, 15 pages in each signature. We'll go through and count. I was doing a lot of rearranging of pages, which thankfully has been edited out. So here we go. This is basically what it's going to look like when you open it. So I liked how all these colors went together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I want to reverse that. So the black and white is against the black and white. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Awesome. Continuing on to how this looks on the other side. Got a lot of blank pages, don't we? Ooh, that's neat. That's cool how that's looking. Oops, I'm getting stuck. Okay, and then this is signature 2 up against signature 1. That might be a little busy, but maybe we'll figure something out to go in between. You know what, this is almost, no, I think I better definitely extend the spine or else it'll be too fat. I was gonna say this is almost perfect the way it is, but no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then here it is on the back side. There's our little flap. I like how that black and white plays up against all the pattern on the cardstock paper. This guy keeps wanting to fold in the wrong spot. That is not okay. I may reverse the doily. I may trade it out with, what did I just see that I didn't like? Didn't like how it was working. I think I may move the doily up against this page here. I think I want that there. Just seems like the right thing to do, so that means that you, I like this up against this, grungy with a grungy. Hi, Chloe. Little dog just came in. She probably wants to go potty. Okay, let's put that there. All right, it's time for our inspirational thought of the day. The first one comes from a tea bag, again. Tea bag wisdom. It says, never regret your mistakes. Admire the courage it took to attempt the unknown. So I'm kind of attempting the unknown here a little bit with making this eclectic journal. Who knows how it's going to turn out? Something I've never tried before, so that's really fun. So never regret your mistakes. Admire the courage it took to attempt the unknown. And the second one comes from these creativity cards. I haven't read from these for a while. This one's called Bare Bones. Reducing the distractions in your life can help free up time and space. It also can cut down your mental to-do list. From gathering and taking out the recycling to cleaning off your desk, making tangible open space around you can help to clear mental space for a new creative project. And I picked this one because I had talked about at the beginning how I clean my whole desk off and start over with a new clean desk and clean everything all tidied up before I start a new project. So yeah, definitely clear your space. Cluttered space equals cluttered mind. So clean up and kind of clear it out, and then that will help you to feel free to actually make something new. One of these days I will show you what I do when I clean off my desk after a project. I've got a new thing I like to do, and I'll share that with you in a video down the road. All right, everybody, thanks for sticking with me today. Until next week, I'd like you to be inspired and do something creative today. Catch you in next week's video. Bye-bye.